Good morning from everybody who is right here. We are going to go for walks. Oh, and Grizz is going to go potty this morning. Good job, buddy. I don't know why I pick smoky days to do these videos, but I'll just sound like a cough or a smoker again. Yeah, I'll sound like a cougher. Yeah, that's pretty much what I am. Hi. Yes, let me get that off of you. There we go. So I need to go over and check the grazing again. And we had some interesting news this week. Hello, Ruth, baby. Hello, sweet. Oh, you big old monkey. Why are you right there all the time? Because I love you, Mommy. That's why. I love you so much. Look at all that wool. Look at Mr. Handsome Pants here. Yes, look at that. And I love his mane. Kind of looks like a floppy, I don't know, a Beatles 60s haircut. Hairstyle. Yes, you do. He's like, stop. Crazy lady, stop. So a lot of you have probably heard me talk about Sam being Mr. Velcro. Poor Sam and his Velcro fleece. And I've pondered what to do about that. Should I put a coat on him? Should I coat him every year? I don't like the idea of coating. Hi, Sam. Yes, this one's about you. I'm very handsome. I will stand here and pose. Yes, you are a handsome man. Hi, Rosie. So, talked about his fleece. Collects everything, like Velcro. He's my Velcro sheep. And it's very frustrating because it's just gotten worse over the last, probably the last year and a half. It just doesn't seem right anymore. So I texted Red Barn and said, when next time you guys are here, can you look at him? Just tell me if you think, like, should we do blood work? Could he maybe be lacking in something for minerals? Or, some dietary thing, something that we could do to help him out. Because coating is a last resort for me. We had a bad experience trying to put a coat on Cupcake when she was a baby and first with us. And I just love this, my little line of sheep. Come on, babies. I'm going to stop a second because I'm out of breath. And we had like totally clear days for about a week. No smoke. It was gorgeous. And now the winds have brought it back. Oh, it's like icky to breathe. Anyway. Leave the dog alone, Rohan. And you go ahead and go potty, Rosie. So, just wondering if there's something we could do. Because ultimately, yes, these are fiber animals. And so I want them producing the best fiber they can. But more important than that, if there's something wrong with his health, I mean, I would rather he be totally healthy, top-notch sheep and have crappy wool. He's still going to have a home here. It's not like we're going to get rid of him if there's something wrong with his fleece. So my priorities are their health. But of course, health can be or their wool can be an indicator that something's wrong with their health. So, talk to Red Barn. And then when they came that day to do the physicals on Eowyn and Arwen, they went ahead and looked at his fleece and said, yeah, it's kind of stringy, it's kind of weird. And they did a blood draw so they could run a mineral panel, which I didn't even know that they could do that. That's so cool. They can actually, the blood can tell if they're lacking stuff. And I suppose it's the same way with humans, probably. Hadn't thought about that. Anyway. Ugh, bugs in my ear. Come on, Grizz. Oh, it's downhill the rest of the way. Yay. So I get a text on Friday, I think it was Friday, yeah, from Red Barn saying, oh no, they called actually because they wanted to talk about it. His blood work showed that he is lacking in like a list of minerals. I can't remember if there's 8 on there. There were a bunch. So he is severely deficient in a bunch of different minerals. And one of them is copper, which is the bane of my existence because sheep need copper. Icelandics need more copper than other breeds, but copper is deadly poisonous to sheep, so you have to be so careful that they're not getting too much. You guys come in? Come on, babies. Let's go check out. The good stuff still looks good from here. Come on, Sam. So, and some of you know, we had a copper incident back in 2016, early 2017, and it's not good. When sheep get too much copper, they can store it in they store copper in their livers. I believe that's what happens. But they can't process, like it doesn't process out normally, like at a normal rate, like other minerals. And so it's just stored there. And if something happens, like stressful something, and in that case, it was a horrible, horrible winter. That was the worst winter that we had seen in a long time out here. And the stress of the winter caused Mikey and Panda Bear to start dumping copper from their livers into their bloodstream, and it almost killed them both. Black Velvet got the same dosage of copper. Oh, and I had forgot about this. I had initially, see, this is where you really need to talk to good vets. I had gotten the advice on supplementing their copper from somebody online who had a lot of experience with Icelandic sheep and who saw the pictures I had sent of Black Velvet and the changes in her coloring and said, oh yeah, she's deficient in copper. And like looking back on this now, I say this out loud and think, oh my gosh, how stupid was I? How could I have just said, oh, this person I've never met before who doesn't hold a veterinary medicine degree, they must know what they're talking about. In my defense, which isn't much, I had not worked with WSU before, so I didn't even know. I mean, I knew there was a hospital over there, but I didn't know that they worked with sheep. I didn't know that our dog and cat vet that we were using at the time worked with large animals. I didn't know a lot at that point. So there's my defense for the day. Anyway, WSU saved both of them. It was fine. Everything worked out. But it makes me very, very leery of too much copper. Now, the minerals that these guys are getting is a combination of sheep and goat minerals. I used this, let's see, do I want to go into all this? We're already 8 minutes. What I'll say about that is that I'm using the same minerals Lee, my mentor, always uses with her sheep, even when she has non-Icelandics in the flock. And she uses their goat minerals. It's a specific brand called Back in Balance. And it does not have so much copper in it that it will hurt the sheep. However, after my experience, I started mixing sheep and goat. The same brand, but sheep and goat minerals, because I didn't want to overdo the copper. Okay, so fast forward to now. They have the same, I'm doing like, I don't know how you describe it in a ratio, but 1 cup sheep goat, or 1 cup sheep minerals to 1/2 cup goat minerals. I should know that. I mean, that's like easy math. What is that ratio? Somebody's going to tell me in the comments, aren't you? I would appreciate that because my mind is drawing a blank. Anyway, they're getting half as much goat minerals as they are sheep minerals, but they're still getting some because of the copper needs of the Icelandics, and everybody needs a little bit of copper. So they have free choice minerals. Apparently, Sam is eating none of them because he is deficient in all these minerals. And the weird one that we were really surprised about he is deficient in selenium. Selenium is something that all of my sheep get booster shots for every year because our soil is so poor in selenium. There's very little selenium in this soil, and so when they're grazing, they're not getting hardly any, and so they all have to have boosters every year. Well, apparently that's not doing any good for Sam either, because he's not eating the free choice minerals. So, the plan right now, pardon me, is that Red Barn is talking to the toxicologist at WSU Veterinary Teaching Hospital to find out how much copper is safe for Sam, how much is going to get him back to normal levels. And then they're going to, we're going to look at the, I'm going to walk this way now because I want to try to get him down into this stuff. We need to get his levels back up, and we need to find the best mineral brand to do that. And I'm concerned about Back and Balance because when we were looking at the labels, and I was talking to Dr. Kat on the phone, and she was looking at, this is still good down here, guys. Get your woolly butts down here. Come on. Come on, sheep, sheep, sheep. Sheep. Why do they do this? Grizz is like, I'm here, Mom. I'm here. I listen to you, Mom. Yes, I'm a good boy. You are. You're a sweetie. There's my good Sam. Come on, buddy. We were looking at the ingredients, and they're reading the labels on there, and it showed, I'm trying to think, there was a discrepancy in what the labels online show and what the label on my bag of the sheep minerals says. And the discrepancy is that under guaranteed analysis, where they show you what minerals are in there and what the percentage is, there's no copper listed. Okay, fine, it's sheep minerals. I wasn't surprised by that. But then when I read the ingredient list, which is just right below the guaranteed analysis, it says there's copper in it. So we have no idea if, obviously there's an error on the label, and it doesn't even match the labels that are on the website, but we don't know how much copper is in the sheep, if any. My guess is that there isn't any because the guaranteed analysis says there isn't any, and it's a goof that somebody, yeah, it's like, why would the labels that are online should be the labels that are on the bag? So when we're like, who updated? I don't know. I'm trying to figure something out, and it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning, and yeah. So they're concerned that if I start directly feeding Sam the minerals, if there is too much copper, like if there is copper in it for some reason, I might overdo it. And that is something I don't ever want to go through again. So, hello, Sam. Yes, Mama loves you. So we're holding off until they talk to the toxicologist and they figure out a good mineral supplement for him. And then I'm going to have to start feeding him, I call them sandwiches because they're going to be for Sam. It's what I used to do with Black Velvet and Panda Bear to give them their arthritis meds before Black Velvet stopped taking them. Slice of bread, tiny bit of molasses just to make it sticky, and then the dosage of the medicine. So in this case, it'll be whatever dose of minerals he needs to have every day. And then fold over the piece of bread and he gobbles it right up. So that's what's happening here. I am really, really glad that they told me about the mineral panel that can be done and that we did it. And now to double check everything, when we have herd health in October, when we do sharing, I'm going to have them draw blood on everybody and check their mineral levels. So yeah. Nobody else's fleeces look bad though. Everybody else's look good like they always do. So my suspicions are that they're fine. But I'm not, like for example, Deer and Freckles fleeces, I don't know what they used to be like. they're still pretty new. Ruth and Janie, brand new to me. And the babies that'll all be here, I won't know. Granted, the baby should be fine. I would think well, I would think. I don't know. Clearly, I don't know a lot. But when talking to Dr. Cat on the phone, I'm like, okay, I feel like a big jerk. I have been this whole time making fun of Sam's wool, talking about how crappy it is, calling him my Velcro sheep. And he's over here like, dude, it's not my fault. Well, it's kind of your fault because you could be eating your minerals, honey. Yeah, that would help things out a lot. But it's, yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to walk a little bit further down. Come on, guys. Sheep, sheep, sheep. I hope that wasn't like piercingly loud in your ears when I just did that. It's going to be so nice next year when room to roam fencing comes and put in a gate here that I should have had them put in this past winter. Then I can actually get them up here through the gate and into this, and they'll have a whole nother pasture that's not been touched yet. It'll be so cool. I probably say that every time I do a video down here. But it will. It'll be cool. So that's what's happening here. Sam was on the list for the sponsorship program in the spring, but obviously I don't want anybody, I mean, if somebody wants to sponsor him for, like half the price of a normal sponsorship and work with his fleece or even some of the locks, that would be great. I don't even know if I want to offer that because I feel like I'm offering a bad product, but we'll see. I guess with Sam in the spring, I might just open it up as I see how his wool does over the next 7 months. I might just make an announcement and say, hey, I'm going to open up Sam's sponsorship early, and anybody who wants to jump on it can, but it's, yeah, I don't know if it'll be half or 3/4. I don't know. Or I might just hold off and wait to have him be sponsored in 2023. I don't know. Because it's not like you can't do anything with his wool. It's just it's not going to be a super nice BFL fleece like what people would be used to. And those little buggers are at the top of that hill where there's hardly anything to eat. Little poops. But Grizz is having a lovely time. You having a good time, buddy? So, in other news, Arwen and Eowyn both take cookies from my hands, and they follow me around for more cookies. And so, yeah, graham crackers, I'm telling you, they will win sheep over. I mean, who wouldn't they win over? Graham crackers are awesome. I miss eating graham crackers. I don't eat sugar anymore, and I try to avoid carbs as much as I can. So, yeah, I get it. Graham crackers are awesome. Chris is like, I like graham crackers. I would have a graham cracker. Yes, you're my sweet boy. You are a sweet, sniffy boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So that's what's going on here. Eowyn and Arwen are getting a little tamer. Sam has crappy fleece, but we're going to try to fix it for him, get him healthier. He doesn't look unhealthy. That's what's so weird. I guess it's probably like anybody, any mammal anyway. Go along for years and be deficient in something and not know until things start to show, like, oh, yeah, that's not good. And it takes blood work to show it. So, all right, I'm going to stop here because 20 minutes is probably way too long. I hope you're all having a great day. Don't forget that October 1st, 11 a.m. Pacific is when I'm opening up the sponsorship for Ruby, Garnet, Radagast, and Rosie. So mark your calendars because I'll be announcing that on social media, not on the website, when I will start taking those, when you can start, saying who you want to sponsor. All right, have a great day.